Suppose you are driving, you are already late, you want to reach the destination on time. You find a shortcut, you find it is a narrow road, but still you take the road because you want to reach the destination on time. On the way, you hit on a stationary bike. Was the bike damaged? Yes. Was it intentionally hit? No. Are you responsible? Yes, of course. A similar event occurred these days in the AI field also. An AI agent of OpenAI, which was trained on the latest models, trespassed, went out illegally, and got into a software system of Hugging Face. Was it AI, a rogue? Was it intentional? What happened? And who is to be blamed? And what is the inference we could be able to draw out of this? This is what we try to cover in today's episode of Truly AI. I am Dr. C.B. Abraham. Consider this as a control examination center. This is what OpenAI test environment. There is an AI agent which is trained on latest OpenAI models, and the objective of this agent is to find vulnerabilities, issues, drawbacks in a cybersecurity system. And OpenAI agent is expected to identify such vulnerabilities and come with possible solutions to that. It is allowed to go through anywhere within this test environment, but it is protected by lot of facilities so that it is working in a very secured environment and it doesn't go out. Such an outside wall, technically called sandbox. Therefore, this AI agent could be able to work within this sandbox, within this environment, and it is not supposed to go out, and this wall protects that. And here we have another environment. This is what the Hugging Face software system. No way these are connected to different environments. Agent could be able to work within this, identify the vulnerabilities, and could be able to suggest, and working only on this environment. It is not supposed to go out. No way it could be able to reach here, and this boundary wall sandbox protects it. Yes, AI agent was supposed to work through this environment, identify possible vulnerabilities, and correspondingly find the solutions for that. This AI agent was analyzing this environment, and in this process it could be able to find a vulnerability which was not known earlier. Such a vulnerability is called a zero-day vulnerability, because such a mechanism cannot be tackled at the real time, because such a vulnerability, such an issue or drawback of the existing software was not known earlier. And on identifying this vulnerability, AI agent could be able to find some fault with the software system, and correspondingly it could be able to get out of this wall, and in this process it could be able to use internet. And what exactly happened is that AI agent could be able to come out of this wall called sandbox, which was made to protect such illegal outgoing. And this is what happened with respect to the OpenAI agent at that situation. On coming out of this sandbox, AI agent could be able to explore outside world, and it could be able to reach within the Hugging Face software systems. It could be able to enter illegally into the software system and identify the digital keys and lot of confidential information and lot of data which was not privy to any other outside agencies. And in this process, AI could be able to catch hold of lot of confidential data, and correspondingly in the process it could be able to find the solution for the vulnerability it is identified early. It is something like a student appearing for an examination, coming out of the examination hall illegally, getting into the examiner's office, identify the drawer and catch the answer key to solve the questions. AI was given a task to evaluate the test environment, and in the process it has become a cybersecurity threat or risk. Was the AI intentionally got into the other systems? Was it a rogue AI agent? Was it malicious in the intent? No way, we cannot conclude anything. Remember, AI had a goal, it had an objective, and correspondingly it looked for all possible ways to solve the problem. In this process it got into it. And if it was a human being may not choose all the identified path, because many times social pressures, the morality and some other constraints might force human being not to choose that particular path. But in this case, AI was not given any intent, it was not given any definite principles, and correspondingly AI could be able to just focus on identifying the vulnerability and finding solution, and in this process could be able to accidentally hit on the third-party software system. Once the attack happened, Hugging Face could be able to identify instances of such attacks. Even OpenAI could be able to independently verify that its AI agent could be able to breach the sandbox and go out and illegally enter into some other system. They joined together and correspondingly independently started studying it. It was estimated that around 17,000 instances of commands, connections, requests, tool usage, etc. were reported by that agent. Obviously, all these instances could not be able to be properly analyzed by human being, and correspondingly an AI agent was called in order to identify and rectify the mistakes. Yes, an AI agent was called in order to identify and rectify the mistakes created by another AI agent. Look at this, an AI agent could be able to be used, though unintentionally attacking a system, and another AI agent could be able to identify and resolve that issues. Let us revisit the car which hit on a stationary bike. Yes, of course, it was an intentional hit. Similarly is the case in the AI also. AI was not intentionally going out, illegally breaching the protocol and entering the third-party systems, but the damage has happened. If the question should be why AI could be able to come out of the system, how it could be able to breach the firewall, and how it was allowed to get into another system, etc. That means there are vulnerabilities in the existing systems. As AI become more agentic, it is not just responding to our chats, it is deciding itself. It could be able to write code in order to tackle that, and it could be able to take intermediary steps, and it could be able to navigate through different paths, and many times such things may not be available and comprehend to the human brain. Therefore, this is the issue we are facing. As AI become more powerful, we need to have more mechanism for containment, for restriction, for authorization, and most importantly for responsibility. As AI become more powerful, human wisdom also has to catch up with that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video. Until then, truly AI.